Hello and welcome to another edition of the Relentless Podcast presented by Baptist Health. I am Patrick Murphy, and joining me, as always, the head coach of your Jacksonville University women's basketball team, Coach Darnell Haney. Coach, sun's shining. It's a little bit chilly outside, but it looks like it's a great day out here on the First Coast.
Patrick, it's not a little bit chilly. It's cold out here, man. It's cold. But we got to make sure we bundle up, and I got my big jacket with me and my big coat with me. And I'm from Miami, man. I don't do cold weather too well.
As somebody who spent 6 years of going to school in the Midwest, this would be a summer day this time of year if I was
exactly. I got you. Quite on the contrary on this end, buddy.
Oh yeah. No,
it's quite different.
Yeah, I mean, even this year, I was in Daytona Beach last year. I feel like I was wearing shorts to work just about every day last year because it was so nice in January. And now it's like, wow, North Florida actually has seasons. So who'd have thought that one? But, coming off another tough weekend at Liberty, playing the ASUN League leaders, it did at least to my eyes. It looked like there was, it might have been, with this new league format, some of the two best days that this team has played, maybe making adjustments day to day. At least, early on in the Sunday's game, there was that intensity was there, and just being in the game, being able to hang with Liberty. What did you see, and what did you think about this weekend from your perspective?
I think our group grew this weekend, man. And even though it was we lost the games, I thought they grew as a team. I thought they grew as far as gaining a defensive identity. I thought, of course, Liberty was, big in all spots, but I thought we played, like you said, there were stretches where we played Jacksonville basketball and we got back to it. One of the things that, we talk about all the time is just being adamant about getting stops defensively. And when we started the game off the second day, we didn't really do a good job of that. Both days we didn't do a good job of that. But as the game went on, especially that first half and part of the third quarter, man, we did a good job of getting stops. And we just got to find a way to put that ball in the basket, man. We didn't shoot as well as we wanted to, and that's attributed us to we got to just shoot more and make more shots, do more in practice, and make sure that we are prepared to take those shots, man.
Talking about the ball just not going in the hoop, it seems that's kind of been the way the story of the games the last few weeks is you've been getting good looks and good opportunities. It's just for whatever reason the ball's not bouncing the right way. How do you talk? How do you keep the team staying positive and just keeping them up and say, hey, you keep shooting. Those will start falling sooner than later.
I think it's just like you said. I think it's us continuing to reiterate that to them. Us continuing to get in the gym on our own and making sure we're making shots, just not shooting shots. I think that's a big misconception that goes on everywhere. I'm in the gym, I'm getting shots up, I'm doing that, but are you getting shots up or are you getting makes up? That's the question, and we got to make shots, and we got to take shots as well. And I think for the most part, those seeing the ball go in at a high rate is something that we are looking forward to because of the work we're putting in, man.
Khalela Hayes just keeps continuing to impress. Been in the starting lineup a little bit more often of late. Finished 2 rebounds shy of a double-double on Saturday. Had 13 and 8. Had the best game of her young career on Sunday. Scored 17 points in 24 minutes. And held her own against Liberty's bigs. And just as a freshman in this league, what she's been able to do this year, how is what she's been able to do kind of laying the groundwork for her moving forward?
Oh, it's been tremendous, man. KK is just a worker, man, and the hard work is she's just coming into her own. I know over the course of the weekend she hit a couple threes. She's getting to the rim. We're putting her in positions where she can be successful and use her quickness against the bigger kids. And she's rebounding the ball well. She's just got to make sure she continues to grow and continues to get better with every time she steps out on the basketball floor, and she does that. One of the good things about her is KK does a good job of listening. She does a good job of being able to be coached, and she wants to be a good basketball player. So that's going to come because of her attitude towards everything.
For sure. It's been fun seeing her just fill up the stat sheet, and especially on the offensive glass. That's an area where she's been able to just absolutely thrive this year. I think one of her early double doubles, I think the first one, I think the majority of her rebounds came on the offensive glass, and being able to create those extra possessions. I know that translates well into how this team style of play is.
Absolutely, we got to get those extra shots and those extra possessions, man. And I think, with Liberty being so big, and I think us in the past, we've been able to recoup from missing some shots because we were able to go in there and rebound those misses, and we got to continue to do that. But then on the putbacks, we got to make sure we finish those as well.
Looking ahead, back at Swisher again this weekend. I can't believe we're already at this part of the schedule. Just about halfway through ASUN play. We've got 4 weekends left, 2 at home, 2 on the road. But first time matchup with league newcomer Bellarmine University, someone I am very well versed with. Having spent time at the Division II level in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. Bellarmine, in just about every sport in the league, was near the top of the GLVC. Okay. More known for their men's team. I know they ended up nearly in the Elite Eight or the Final Four every year, but their women's team is again one of the top teams in that league. I think they had a streak of several straight years where they made the conference tournament. I didn't get to see them play a ton. I think just the way the schedules fell, we always ended up at their place every year just because they were on the other side of the league. But what are you looking forward to most about playing a new opponent and for the first time this weekend?
I'm looking forward to watching our team get down and continue to grow as a group, man. I got it. Like we talk about experience being the best teacher, and I think it is becoming the best teacher for a lot of these young women on our team, because a lot of them hadn't gotten that experience going in, and them getting this experience now and understanding what it takes to win conference games in a really good conference. It's speaking leaps and bounds and playing against the number one team and understanding how you have to be in the right position when you're not just more athletic or just bigger than everybody. I think that played a key role into now going into games against the Bellarmines, the Stetsons, the Florida Gulf Coast. Now they know a little bit what it's going to take to win games like this. The Lipscombs, what it's going to take to win games like that. And I think now we're finally getting a chance to get, in a lot of aspects, get our legs up under us, get used to playing, get kind of like a schedule together as far as with these back-to-back games, how we practice, how we're playing, going into, playing games after not playing games really much of the non-conference season, going into this after the Christmas break, coming in and knowing what to expect and how we're going to go out and attack other teams. I think it's going to be fun to realize and recognize, and it gives our team another opportunity to go out and get a W, man, and get W's for the series.
Talking about experience, this year more so than ever, with what the NCAA is issued as far as eligibility waivers, and basically everybody getting an extra year because of COVID-19 and everything, and then also just this group being able to finally be able to play together. I know that was a big struggle early in the year, just having a lack of available bodies. I know Saturday's game, everybody that got in the game got in the scoring column. And I know that's something we've talked about previously, is just finding ways to get contributions from everybody, 1 through 9, 1 through 10, however many people are available that day.
Yeah, I think it's important for confidence purposes too, knowing that they can go out and take care of business on the floor. We're going to need everybody because we don't know when or who we're going to have every week. So we're going to need contributions from everybody, and just finding the right mesh, the right group, and the right chemistry amongst a group has been something that we really, really have been working on, because we haven't had everybody. So some players may not work well with others. Some of them need to be in with certain groups. So we're still figuring that out, and I think we got a good glimpse of what works this past weekend.
Talking about figuring out, those different rotations and personnel groupings and everything else. How has this year been different from your perspective as a coach? How much more work have you had to do? How has your job been different this year than, say, in previous years?
It's been a task, to say the least. And an example would be, at the beginning of the year, we had to tailor our offense to what we had on the floor. Well, they've been running, we had 4 post players on the floor with 1 guard at times, right? And we had never had to do that before. So we had to tailor our offense to what we had on the floor, and we got people on the perimeter that had never really been on the perimeter and not comfortable doing that. We had to move some people to different spots offensively that weren't as comfortable at doing what they had to do as they would be in other spots. So it was definitely a task. And then the other task that we had to figure out was how to get them ready to play games without a practice squad and without an able number of bodies to practice 5-on-5. So we had to do a lot of 3-on-3 work, a lot of maybe some 4-on-4 work. My coaches would get in and do some things, but it never really got to a point to where, especially in the first half of the season, never really got to a point to where we can play 5-on-5. We didn't get a chance to scrimmage another team or anything like that. We had to go right into it, and those early games were our scrimmages. So we got into those, and then we got to make sure that now we take advantage of the time that we have a full roster, man, and we can go out and practice and really see what it looks like. And we got guards back. We got guards back, so we don't have to have some post players playing out of position. So I just think it helped us tremendously, and being able to have a full roster this weekend for the first time was tremendous.
Yeah. And just talking about everybody that's on the roster, what is this year said about the character of the young women that you have in this program, and just how proud are you of what they've been able to overcome this year to be able to play?
I'm extremely proud. I mean, to be honest, Patrick, it hasn't been college for them.
Yeah.
Right? It hasn't been college for them. They've had to learn differently. They've had to sit in their rooms and be on computers all day, then go to practice and get COVID tested 2 to 3 times a week, and they've had to be here at times where they would have been home. They've had to go throughout this whole process and with some pauses and they can't socialize in the cafeteria. They can't really do a lot of things that they usually would do. So I'm proud of them for being able to get through this and learn. And they're learning that, life isn't always going to be a cup of tea. And you got to make sure that you continue to be relentless at persevering through it so that you can be successful and so that you can show others how it's done. So I'm proud of them for that. They've been working, and I think the fruits of their labor is going to show very soon.
Absolutely. Just to go ahead and I guess we'll go ahead and get things wrapped up. I know I normally always hit you with what's been good lately on the menu, but I'm gonna change it up this week.
Okay.
Hit you. Any good TV shows you've been watching lately? Any good movies?
Man, I don't watch much TV, man. I got a couple. Only TV I watch is I watch a lot of film. No TV. This the last probably month. I haven't watched much TV.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's been film. I got not much TV at all. Not much TV at all. I've eaten. I told you about the wing spot last week.
Oh yeah.
We went to Virginia. We had some had a good steak in Virginia, man. It was just from Longhorns. Good steak in Virginia from Longhorns. That was pretty good. And that's really about it.
Okay. I'm always a good steak's always welcome. You know, I get that, get a baked potato, get a salad, rock from there. So that's something that I haven't done in a while. I might have to invest in. Go treat myself before we get too busy going into the spring. So
what I am doing is I'm on my second read of Art of War. So I'm reading Art of War again, and that's what we're doing. I kind of got a chance to read that during travel time, but that's it, man.
Yeah, no, speaking of books, I got one of my professors from college actually is one of the leading World War II historians in the country, and he actually released a new his latest book right before the holidays. It's about the U.S. Army and the war in the Pacific, and I've been working my way through that. It's part one of an anthology that details the entire account of the war. I took a couple of his classes on my way to getting a history minor. Really enjoyed those. So I've enjoyed his book. He's a good writer. So
nice.
But that'll wrap it up for this edition of the Relentless Podcast presented by Baptist Health. Be sure to follow Jacksonville Women's Basketball on all your social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Be sure to tune into the games this weekend at Swisher Gym if you can't make it in person on ESPN+.
We need you in the gym. Let's see if you can make it in person. Wear your mask. Make sure we're masked up. We sanitize, man, and let's be safe out here, guys.
And as always, folks, thank you for listening, taking time out of your day. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your week, and go Dolphins.
Go Dolphins.